Hey, yo, I ain't gonna lie. The love is such a blessed energy amounts. This blessed energy just...
Tyler Black, my guy, what's going on with you? The streets are buzzing after Busta Rhymes went off the rails and pulled a crazy stunt. He didn't hold back, rolling up on 50 Cent after catching wind that 50 had leaked a certain private tape. Instead of playing it cool, 50 put him on blast, openly mocking him in front of everyone. This isn't your typical rap beef, though. We're talking about a major industry shakeup, as 50's upcoming documentary promises to expose some of the industry's deepest, darkest secrets. And guess what? Busta's name has been dragged right into the mess, with Orlando Brown somehow tangled up in it too. This drama has gone from 0 to 100 real quick. Not long ago, 50 and Busta were tight, laughing, chilling, no bad blood. But that harmony has crumbled. That calm vibe, it's gone. And now, with the release of this leaked footage, things might just hit their breaking point, especially since Busta backed Diddy live on TV not too long ago. That move didn't sit well with everyone, and now it's fueling the fire. From what we've heard, Busta confronted 50 after hearing that he might be exposed in this new documentary. The doc reportedly delves into Diddy's secret lifestyle, putting Busta in the crosshairs. Why is Busta so riled up? What is he so afraid of? And did 50 really just reveal another rapper living on the low? Busta's been throwing subtle jabs for ages, acting like he's untouchable, like he's still running the show. But now the spotlight's squarely on him, and it's not flattering. Let's be real. When it comes to influence, sales, and legacy, few can touch 50. Get Rich or Die Trying moved a staggering 13 million copies worldwide, cementing its place as one of the most iconic hip-hop albums ever. On the other hand, Busta's debut, though respectable with 209,000 first-week sales, doesn't hold a candle to 50's blockbuster numbers. But what's wild is that 50 has mostly kept quiet over the years. Even as Busta tossed out sly insults and subtle shade, all that silence may be over now. But now, 50's done playing. Whatever dirt he's uncovered on Busta, it's got him ready to rip the whole thing wide open. Busta's been known for talking big, always keeping it loud and brash. But now 50's zeroed in on his past, finding patterns and connections Busta never thought anyone would notice. And this isn't just about rap beef. Oh no, it runs much deeper than that. The thing is, Busta doesn't really have any firm allies in the hip-hop game. He's been burning bridges for years, falling out with one person after another. And 50's been paying attention. With every fallout, every grudge, every snub, the picture becomes clearer. Nobody in the industry truly has Busta's back. And the few who do, let's just say their reputations aren't exactly spotless. Now that 50's digging, the skeletons in Busta's closet are rattling loud. And it's not just any skeletons, it's stuff that links him right into Diddy's circle of secrets. And if you know 50, you know he doesn't talk unless he's holding the receipts. This man deals in cold, hard proof. So what's next? What changed? It wasn't that long ago Busta was showing 50 love, giving him props and respect. These two had their playful little back and forth, some friendly rivalry, but it never went further than that. Now, it's a whole new game, and Busta's finding himself on the losing side of it. Busta used to show 50 nothing but love, giving him props for all his success. So what went sideways? What turned this friendly rapport into a full-blown feud? According to the grapevine, 50 stumbled upon something explosive, something that changed the game forever. And no, this isn't just another industry whisper. It's the kind of revelation that shatters relationships, the kind of dirt that you can't sweep under the rug. Allegedly, 50 found out a piece of info so damning that it's put Busta in a tailspin, making it clear that their bond might be broken for good. What's at the center of it all? Diddy. This saga isn't just about two rappers trading barbs. It's tied to something much bigger. Word is that Busta's been on edge lately, spiraling over some footage that's rumored to appear in 50's upcoming Diddy documentary. And this isn't just idle talk. 50's been quietly collecting receipts on Diddy and his infamous parties for years. But now sources claim there's actual video of Busta caught up in the mix. Yes, you heard that right, video. And that's not even the craziest part. Busta's former bodyguard, the well-known Big Homie CC, has come forward with some jaw-dropping claims. What's Big Homie saying? That Busta's been wrapped up in the fun boys scene for years, frequenting certain clubs where promoters allegedly catered to his whims by lining up young guys in VIP. That's right, rumors of behind-the-scenes antics that paint a very different picture of the Busta fans thought they knew. And here's where it gets even messier. 50 might actually have the receipts. Big Homie's been spilling tea about how Busta used to bring street dudes, total randoms, into his sections and keep the energy wild. He even claims there's party footage floating around, videos showing Busta and Diddy smack in the middle of a wild scene with several men. If these claims hold up, it's not hard to see why Busta's feeling the heat. 50 doesn't make accusations lightly, and if he's got the evidence, things could get even more explosive. Sources are saying these guys might have been connected to Diddy's old hired crew, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. Now, multiple men are stepping forward, claiming that Busta allegedly made some very questionable moves toward them. They're talking about how every time they bumped into him, he was always trying to coax them into partying. This isn't just one or two claims. There's a growing chorus of accusations, and it's turning into a storm that Busta can't seem to outrun. Even Orlando Brown has entered the fray, throwing his own experiences into the mix. He's talking about how he and Busta had some memorable times together too, adding more fuel to the already raging fire. This whole thing is spiraling out of control fast, with more voices coming forward by the day. And then there's 50. He's no newcomer to these games. He's been watching Busta for years, taking mental notes and piecing things together. At first, he let it slide out of a certain level of respect. He saw the grind, the hustle, and decided it wasn't worth stirring up trouble. But if you know 50, you know he doesn't really let anything go. He stores it away, waits for the right moment, and then strikes. And long before their playful banter on stage at the Humor and Harmony Comedy Fest, 50 was already tossing out light jabs. He made comments that made people raise their eyebrows, even if they weren't quite sure what he was implying. Take that time he joked about being worried Busta might roll up in some outrageous outfit, like that infamous bright yellow suit he rocked at the 1999 MTV VMAs. It sounded harmless at the time, just part of their usual back and forth. But the more you look back, the more it feels like 50 was setting the stage for something bigger. Then Busta decided to clap back, but he came at it from a whole new angle. He dropped an AI-generated photo of 50 looking absolutely wild, a picture that made it look like 50 had a bob haircut. Busta posted it with the caption, "Crazy as hell. I thought it was Father's Day, 50 Cent, and you out here looking like this. Don't let me find out this how you be in the mirror getting ready for Shreveport." On the surface, it seemed like another round of trolling, just two artists goofing off and trading shots. But looking at it now, it's starting to seem like 50 wasn't joking around after all. With each dig, each comment, he was laying the groundwork. And now, as his upcoming Netflix documentary looms on the horizon, it looks like Busta could be next in line for a full-blown expose. If 50's receipts are as real as the rumors claim, then Busta might be in for a rough ride ahead. All that bold talk and behind-the-scenes posturing isn't shaking anyone up. If anything, Busta might have just ensured that the spotlight will only burn brighter. When 50 first started taking shots at him, a lot of people thought it was nothing more than a publicity stunt. Maybe it was promo for a tour, a collaboration, or just a calculated effort to drum up some buzz. But as things heat up, it's looking less like promotion and more like 50's aiming to expose something big. Meanwhile, Busta's doing all he can to keep pace. At first, it seemed like a joke, just another round of industry gossip. Folks were treating it like tabloid fodder. Ooh, what's the tea? But they couldn't have been more wrong. The real kicker didn't even come from 50. It came from Busta himself. When someone pressed Busta about Diddy's ongoing legal troubles, his reaction was almost too telling. He got defensive, quick. Suddenly, he wasn't cracking jokes or brushing it off. Instead, he started sounding like someone with something to protect. That switch in his demeanor wasn't random. It looked rehearsed, calculated. If you paid close attention, you could see it. The darting eyes, the stiffened posture, the extra careful phrasing. That's classic damage control. And if you follow Diddy's history, it's a familiar pattern. Busta seemed like he was taking a page straight from Diddy's playbook, trying to steer clear of headlines while still saying just enough to appear cooperative. But beneath the surface, it felt like panic. What makes this even wilder is that people all over the country are starting to come forward with their own stories about Diddy. These individuals don't know each other. They're from different places, different scenes, yet their accounts all sound eerily similar. And in the middle of it all is Busta, trying to maintain his cool. But with those alleged tapes 50's got in his vault, the narrative is shifting fast. They're saying those recordings might tell a very different story, one that paints Busta in a light he's desperately trying to avoid. At this point, the question isn't if something's going to break, it's win. It's not just a case of guilt by association. It's starting to look like Busta might have been in deep from the jump. If he really thought he could step up to 50 Cent and come out unscathed, he clearly underestimated his opponent. See, 50's not like these other rappers. He's not out here chasing clout or throwing punches just to puff up his image. And that's exactly why Busta's in serious trouble now. 50 doesn't move without a strategy, and he certainly doesn't pick fights he can't win. He's a master at the long game. Joe Budden himself even warned people, don't mess up your relationship with 50. It's advice Busta probably should have taken, because right now, he's on shaky ground. Let's be real, 50's got the receipts. No one doubts that. But he's not one to blast everything right away. Nah, he waits. He lets the other person stumble, mess up, and dig their own grave. And Busta, he's been doing a bang-up job of that all on his own. The big question now is, how will 50 play this? Is he going to drop all the evidence at once and blow the situation wide open? Or will he keep dragging it out, piece by piece, just like he's been doing with Diddy? And let's be honest, do you think Busta's really guilty of all the things being hinted at? Or is this just another rap feud that spiraled out of control? It's the kind of drama that makes you wonder how much of it is hype and how much of it is for real. As the saga unfolds, one thing's for sure, 50 is in no rush. He's calculated, deliberate, and patient. And if he decides to drop that bombshell evidence, it's going to be a game changer. Until then, all eyes are on Busta, waiting to see if he can weather the storm or if he'll crumble under the pressure. But whatever happens, this is just the beginning. You'll want to keep watching every twist and turn because, trust us, the real fireworks are still to come.